So the media did a good job at distracting the whole point of the Springfield, Ohio story and had it focused on the migrants eating cats and dogs. And whether you choose to believe the citizens or not in the police report, the true whole point of the story was to detail that Springfield, Ohio is overrun with Haitian migrants that are not only bringing their culture that typically disagrees with American culture, but they are making our women feel unsafe to drive through their city. So I don't know where all the feminists are in this situation. The migrants don't obey the driving laws, and they're stalking our women at the gym and on the streets, rubbing their junk on the gym equipment and God knows elsewhere. A lot of the basic necessities are even sold out at convenience stores, and they are bringing diseases and cancers from other countries, and they're actually rude AF. And you would think coming in as a migrant in this country, you would recognize the massive amount of privilege that you have. So at least being decent to your American citizen counterparts that basically is paying everything for you, you would not be rude. But no, they don't even want to talk to us Americans. They're just rude to us. And they're now forcing teachers to teach their kids, including American kids, Haitian language. Don't believe me? Well, how about this young lady details it all for us?
One of the situations that I don't see people talking about a whole bunch is driving through Springfield, Ohio. I am terrified to drive my car through Springfield, Ohio. It is a scary place to drive your car through. They do not know what lane to turn from. They do not know any traffic laws. Now, I did go into the DMV a couple days ago, and the workers were talking about there are a lot of them trying to at least figure it out and learn the law and stuff like that. So that's good. That's a good thing. Another thing that I do hate about living here right now is it is dangerous going through your store. I've been I don't ever hear a lot of women talking about this, but when I do talk to women about this, they do bring it up and they do say the same thing. So I know I'm not the only one, but I've been stalked through stores by Haitian men. It's to the point where I would tell them like, hey, stop fucking following me. And it's not like, oh, you're just being nervous. They ain't really following you. Yes, bitch, they're following me. If you go to the milk aisle, go to the freaking detailing section, and go to the toy section, and go to the toilet seat aisle, go to the dog food aisle, and they're same ones are following you around, they're stalking you. They're stalking. So I always tell them, I let them know that I know that they're stalking me. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but anymore, I do not go to the grocery store by myself. If I do go by myself, I'm on the phone with somebody, I'm watching my surroundings, and best believe I have something on me. But so that also sucks. Another thing that I've fell in love with the gym. The gym has been my second home. Here lately, I just can't really stand going into the gym. There's some days where I have to wrap a jacket around my waist to feel comfortable going into my gym. It is a unisex gym. There's men and women there. But I've never really felt like I wasn't welcomed in my own gym. I will say that. That's one of the things I hate about the biggest thing I do hate about it right now is the gym right now. But they're in there working on themselves, that's good. But when they're in there watching women to the point where they're rubbing their junk and stuff, it's gross. It's giving foul, it's giving nasty, it's giving get the fuck out of my gym. So that's also going on. What else? Around the first of the month, it's hard finding some food items. I will say, for someone that doesn't have food stamps and pays cash out of her pocket for everything, for food and stuff, it is hard coming by some items. In Springfield, sometimes I have to go to multiple different grocery stores to find one item. Sometimes I go out of Springfield to shop at grocery stores just because I do feel a little bit more comfortable. And there's a lot more stuff available at those grocery stores. Other than that, I do feel like another thing that I do see, what I've heard from like some of my healthcare friends, is a lot of them are coming over with diseases. A lot of them are coming over with nasty cancers. A lot of them are coming over with stuff that's non-curable, which is terrible. But it's terrible. But it has something to do with cleanliness or cleansingness or whatever you want to call it. Some of them are living in like really bad living conditions, and some of them are just moving in like houses that shouldn't even be allowed to be rented out to or allowed to be moved into. I do see them doing that. I see a lot of them at Goodwill buying like used like trash items that shouldn't even be at Goodwill. I feel like our Goodwill stores just offer like just trash items. There's a lot of them rolling around digging through trashes. um, and just getting furniture and stuff like that. But like, also you have to sit here and think that these people literally came from somewhere where they had literally nothing. They lived from like dirt homes. So like coming over here and the stuff that they see here and they have here, they probably think that they are rich the way they're living. And it is a big adjustment for us that have been here. It's a big adjustment for them. I've tried like talking to them, like, excuse me, blah, blah, this. I've tried saying, like, talking to them. I got to the point where I was like, how nervous would I be if I were in a new country and didn't know shit too? So I've tried being nice to them. They're just rude as fuck. I don't know if that's just something in their culture where they just don't give a fuck and they're rude as fuck. And they don't talk to you. They don't want to talk to you. I have a couple kids that I know that go to city schools and their parents are like, they're teaching my kids Haitian. I know those parents pull their kids out of city schools and trying to put them somewhere else because they're like, I don't want my kids to learn Haitian or whether they speak German or French or something like that. But yeah, it's real crazy here. It's real crazy. The biggest thing I will say is, driving's the biggest thing. I don't know about the cat and dog situation. I don't know about that, but if a lot of people are saying it, maybe it did happen, maybe it didn't, I don't know.
Whether you choose to believe the cats or dogs thing or deal, whatever, I personally think there's credibility behind it, and I'm not surprised if that's even the case. The biggest takeaway we need to get from this is we need to stop allowing immigrants from dangerous countries that are in a state of emergency, civil war, whatever, because the reality is that no vetting process is going to be perfect because illegal immigrants are able to take on a completely different identity if some migrant doesn't show up. They're just handed their identity. They're like, all right, here, use this. You ask migrants, what's your name? They laugh and ask, which name do you want, the real or fake identity? As much as it sounds racist to ban specific countries for citizens immigrating over here, which it's actually not, that's going to protect us in the long run.